Did you know that dementia is increasingly becoming a terrifying disease of the young? For generations, we considered it a condition that primarily affected the elderly, but in recent years, the number of younger patients has been steadily and alarmingly on the rise. My name is Dr. Robert Peterson. For over 40 years, I have dedicated my life to the research of nutritional supplements, and now, even past the age of 80, I continue to meet with patients who visit my clinic. Today, I want to share with you the entirety of the experience and knowledge I have accumulated over a long lifetime of treating them. Of all the substances I have studied, one has captivated my attention more than any other: vitamin C. Many people take vitamin C because they know it is good for the body, but the number of people who truly understand and consume it correctly is far smaller than you might imagine. The vast majority of patients who come to me for consultations are taking a buffered, neutral form of vitamin C, primarily because they are afraid of the stomach upset that pure ascorbic acid can sometimes cause. While it's true that these buffered forms are gentler on the stomach, their efficacy, their actual healing power, is a mere fraction of what pure vitamin C can provide in some cases, as little as 1/10 the benefit. As a result, many people diligently take their vitamin C every day, hoping to improve their health, yet see absolutely no effect. This often leads to a deeper sense of frustration and disillusionment. Vitamin C is not a simple, one-size-fits-all supplement. The form you take, the dosage, and the timing of that dose can produce dramatically different results within your body. For instance, if you take it the wrong way, you are doing little more than wasting your money and time. But if you take it the right way, it can be a profoundly powerful tool in preventing cognitive decline and cancer, and it can provide immense help in preventing the worsening of many other diseases. It has the power to ensure cholesterol is used for its intended purpose, to maintain the very function of our brain, and even to suppress the activity of malignant cells. It always fills me with a sense of regret when I see people who are unable to properly harness this power. To be unable to fully benefit from the astonishing capabilities of vitamin C is a true and preventable tragedy. Through decades of meeting with and counseling thousands of patients, I have come to realize that the misunderstandings surrounding vitamin C are immense. Most people simply dissolve it in a glass of water or pop a tablet whenever they remember. However, this method of consumption not only drastically reduces the effectiveness of the vitamin but can also, ironically, place an unnecessary burden on the body. Through this discussion, it is my sincere hope that you will gain a precise understanding of vitamin C, learn to consume it correctly, and enjoy a healthier, more vibrant life. Health is not something to be passively protected, it is something to be actively managed with the right knowledge. Have you ever experienced stomach discomfort after taking vitamin C? What form were you taking, and how did it make you feel? Sharing your experience can be of great help. Let me tell you the story of a patient of mine, an 83-year-old woman named Eleanor. Since her early 72s, Eleanor had been deeply worried about the prospect of dementia and had been taking a buffered vitamin C supplement every single day. She had a very sensitive stomach and could never take it on an empty stomach. Fearing any potential discomfort, she would dissolve a tablet in a large glass of water and sip it slowly, managing to get it down once or twice a day. At first, she told me, she had a sense of hope, believing she was doing something good for her body. But as the years went by, her stomach continued to feel heavy, and her digestion seemed to be getting worse, not better. Her anxiety grew. Eleanor came to me and lamented that despite taking vitamin C for years, she never felt any lighter, never felt that boost of energy she was hoping for. Hearing stories like this always pains me. To diligently take something with good intentions only to see no results, and in fact, to grow more disappointed with your own health, is a terrible thing. You must remember this. Simply consuming vitamin C is not enough. Depending on how you take it, it can be either a potent medicine or an ineffective placebo. The method I recommended to Eleanor was incredibly simple. First, I had her stop the habit of dissolving the vitamin in water. Instead, I instructed her to take a pure ascorbic acid form of vitamin C immediately after her meals. I advised her to start with a small dose of 500 milligrams to ensure it didn't cause any burden on her system, with the plan to slowly increase the dosage over time. Eleanor trusted my words and followed the new regimen with diligence. 2 months later, When she returned to my clinic, the vitality in her face was unmistakable. With a bright smile, she said, "Doctor, it's truly amazing. My stomach feels so much lighter, and I actually feel hungry again soon after I eat." Hearing those words brought me a great sense of fulfillment. It was about more than just better digestion. The return of her appetite and her renewed vitality were the clear and definitive proof that her health was being restored from a fundamental level. It is my deepest wish that more people, like Eleanor, can experience everything from small bodily changes to major health recoveries through the correct method of vitamin C intake. You must listen to this entire discussion to learn all the secrets of vitamin C and to protect your own health. If you find this information valuable, please share it so that more people can learn these important truths. By the end of this, you will know with certainty why you must change your vitamin C habits, starting today. The Hidden Truths of Vitamin C. Your guide to preventing dementia and cancer. Today, we will correct the biggest misunderstandings about vitamin C and discuss the 6 core principles that will protect your health. 1. Buffered vitamin C, a fraction of the power. Many people, out of fear of stomach upset, choose a buffered or neutral vitamin C instead of pure ascorbic acid. However, in doing so, they are unknowingly sacrificing the vast majority of its efficacy. I think of Margaret, a 9-year-old patient who had been taking buffered vitamin C for 3 years. She came to me completely disheartened, having seen no positive effects. Her complexion was dull, and she was in a constant state of fatigue. But after I recommended she switch to pure vitamin C, taken after meals, she reported that her face had brightened, and she felt a newfound sense of vitality. Pure vitamin C is rapidly absorbed in the gastrointestinal tract and delivered to where it is needed in our bodies. Buffered vitamin C, on the other hand, has a much lower absorption rate. During its metabolism, it is converted into other compounds, and its effectiveness is significantly diminished. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance to consume vitamin C in its pure, ascorbic acid form. If you are concerned about a high dose being too much to start, you can do as Margaret did, begin with 500 milligrams and gradually increase it. If you are still insisting on using only the buffered form, you must understand that your efforts for your health may be in vain. Are you currently taking a buffered form of vitamin C? 2. Cholesterol. A resource to be used, not just lowered. Most people have been conditioned to believe that cholesterol is unconditionally bad and that the only goal is to lower the number. This is a significant misunderstanding. Cholesterol is an essential substance for our bodies. It forms the membranes of our cells and is the raw material for producing sex hormones, steroids, and other vital compounds. Vitamin C plays the critical role of a foreman, directing this cholesterol to where it is needed in the body so it can be used correctly. I once treated an 82-year-old man named David, who was constantly worried about his high cholesterol numbers. After he began a correct vitamin C regimen, he reported feeling lighter and less fatigued. This was not because the vitamin C simply lowered his cholesterol. It was because the vitamin C facilitated his metabolic processes, allowing the cholesterol to be properly used for producing hormones and building cells. Rather than obsessing over simply lowering a number, it is far more important to find the fundamental solution that helps our body's metabolism. Vitamin C plays a key role in the process of converting cholesterol into beneficial substances for our body. Are you still focused only on lowering your cholesterol number? 3. The brain-cholesterol dementia connection. 60% of the brain is composed of lipids, and a significant portion of that is cholesterol. For the brain to function normally, this cholesterol must be utilized smoothly and efficiently. However, if there is a vitamin C deficiency, this cholesterol is not properly metabolized. It can accumulate in the brain, leading to a decline in brain function and, eventually, potentially inducing neurodegenerative diseases like dementia and Parkinson's. James, a 7-year-old man, came to my clinic because he was worried about a recent, rapid decline in his memory. He was having trouble remembering the names of his family members and was frequently misplacing things. I recommended that he diligently take pure vitamin C 3 times a day, immediately after each meal. When he returned for a follow-up 6 months later, he was overjoyed. "My head feels so much clearer now," he said. "And my cognitive test results have stabilized." For anyone concerned about dementia or Parkinson's, please remember that vitamin C is an essential nutrient for brain function. I strongly recommend you try taking it 3 times a day after meals. Have you recently had trouble remembering names or been misplacing things more often? 4. Protecting and restoring the stomach lining. Many people believe that vitamin C causes stomach upset. This is a misunderstanding born from incorrect usage. When taken properly, vitamin C actually has a protective effect on the stomach. Robert, an 85-year-old patient, had been suffering from a constant feeling of heaviness and poor digestion. After starting vitamin C, he told me his stomach felt refreshed. Vitamin C helps to strengthen the mucosal lining of the stomach and regulate the secretion of stomach acid. So why do people experience discomfort? When you dissolve vitamin C in water, it is exposed to the air and rapidly oxidizes. This oxidized vitamin C is what irritates the stomach lining, causing that feeling of discomfort. Therefore, the best method is to swallow a tablet or powder directly. If you must dissolve it in water, you need to drink it immediately. For the sake of your stomach's health, it is always best to take a tablet or powder right after a meal. Are you still dissolving your vitamin C in water? 5. The potential anti-cancer effects of high doses. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that neutralizes free radicals in our body, thereby preventing cellular damage. Because of this, it can also be a helpful agent in the prevention of cancer. Michael, a 6-year-old patient, was undergoing cancer treatment. He decided to supplement his conventional therapy with a high-dose vitamin C regimen. He reported that his fatigue had lessened and his inflammation markers had simultaneously decreased. Cancer cells are particularly vulnerable to the effects of free radicals, so taking high doses of vitamin C can be expected to have a suppressive effect. However, it is dangerous to start taking high doses indiscriminately. A safe protocol might be to start with 2,000 milligrams 4 times a day, and then gradually increase the dosage up to a total of 8,000 milligrams per day. But this must be done only after the body has become accustomed to vitamin C through at least a year of consistent intake. A rapid increase in dosage can put a strain on the kidneys, so it is essential to proceed only in consultation with a physician. How many times a day are you currently taking vitamin C? 6. Alpha-lipoic acid. The key to maximum absorption. To maximize the efficacy of vitamin C, the cells in our body must be able to effectively receive it. Alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, is like a key that opens the doors of the cells. Susan, a 71-year-old patient, came to me after receiving an early diagnosis of dementia. I recommended that she take pure vitamin C in parallel with ALA. ALA activates the vitamin C receptors on the cell walls, which increases the absorption rate and also helps to activate immune cells. Thanks to this combination, Susan's cognitive function has been able to be maintained in a stable state. Of course, ALA can be expensive, and I do not recommend it for everyone. However, for those with a serious illness like dementia or cancer, or for those with a strong family history of such diseases, I highly recommend it. ALA is a special method for maximizing the efficacy of vitamin C. Have you ever heard the name alpha-lipoic acid before? The miracle connection. How cholesterol and vitamin C revitalize the brain. Now, let's delve deeper into the core principles of vitamin C intake, including some crucial elements that are easy to miss. 1. Post-meal intake maximizes absorption. Many people are under the mistaken impression that vitamin C is best absorbed on an empty stomach. This is incorrect. Vitamin C is most effective when taken immediately after a meal, when stomach acid is being secreted. After a meal, the stomach lining is protected by the food, which allows the vitamin C to be absorbed without causing any burden. If you take vitamin C on an empty stomach, it can trigger an overproduction of stomach acid, leading to discomfort, which in turn leads to a decrease in vitamin C absorption. It is also more beneficial for the body to absorb vitamin C along with the other nutrients from your meal, as it is deeply involved in their absorption and metabolism, creating a powerful synergistic effect. 2. Dissolving in water leads to rapid oxidation. As a water-soluble vitamin, vitamin C dissolves easily in water. However, at the same time, it has the property of rapidly oxidizing when exposed to oxygen. Therefore, if you dissolve vitamin C in water and let it sit for a long period, its antioxidant power will decrease dramatically. One of the most important functions of vitamin C is its powerful antioxidant effect, which is largely lost the moment you dissolve it. Many patients I've met had the habit of dissolving vitamin C powder in a water bottle and sipping it throughout the day. This is the equivalent of drinking oxidized, ineffective vitamin C. To fully benefit from its power, it is best to take a tablet or powder with water and swallow it immediately. 3. Consistency is more important than high doses. Vitamin C is not a substance where you can get all the benefits by taking a large amount at once. Our body has a limit to how much vitamin C it can absorb at any given time. If you take a massive dose, most of it will simply be excreted in the urine, and it can even place a strain on your kidneys. Therefore, it is far more effective to take smaller doses of 500 to 1,000 milligrams several times a day. Simply taking it 3 times a day, immediately after each meal, is enough to see a significant effect. Our body maintains its health through a continuous supply of nutrients, and vitamin C is no different. 4. Its role in hormone production. Vitamin C is not just for preventing colds, it also plays an essential role in maintaining our body's hormonal balance. Specifically, vitamin C is a necessary cofactor in the process of converting cholesterol into sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, and into the adrenal hormone cortisol. A deficiency in vitamin C can lead to improper hormone production, which can manifest as severe mood swings, chronic fatigue, and a weakened immune system. One of the reasons our energy levels decline as we age is precisely related to hormonal imbalances. 5. Alpha-lipoic acid. Unlocking the door to absorption. No matter how good your vitamin C is, it's of no use if your body's cells cannot accept it. ALA is a special compound that maximizes the absorption rate of vitamin C. Our cells have receptors that accept vitamin C, and ALA stimulates these receptors, effectively opening the cellular doors wide. This allows a much larger amount of vitamin C to enter the cells and perform its function. This is particularly beneficial for those suffering from advanced diseases like dementia or cancer, or for those who have been taking vitamin C for a long time and have seen a decline in their absorption rate. Conclusion. From wasted effort to profound healing. You must no longer think of vitamin C as just a nutrient that is good for preventing colds. As we have discussed today, vitamin C is a systemic agent that aids in cholesterol metabolism, restores stomach health, maintains brain function, balances hormones, and activates the immune system. But you can only fully obtain these amazing benefits if you follow the correct method of intake. Over my decades of practice, I have watched the life changes of so many patients. Some, despite diligently taking vitamin C for their health, became frustrated after seeing no effect. Others, after learning the correct method of intake, experienced a transformation in their bodies and rediscovered a sense of joy. Unfortunately, many people are still taking vitamin C the wrong way. They choose the buffered form out of fear of stomach upset, they dissolve it in water for convenience, or they take a large dose all at once. These mistaken habits can reduce the efficacy of vitamin C to 1/10 of its potential and can actually induce stomach discomfort or burden the kidneys. This is a tragic situation where people are spending their money and time on expensive supplements only to see no effect. I have seen so many patients who wasted years on the wrong method before finally discovering the right one. They were skeptical at first, but after consistently practicing the correct method, they experienced easier digestion, stable cholesterol levels, and improved brain function and memory. The correct intake of vitamin C has the power to do more than just improve symptoms. It can restore the very vitality of one's life. I have personally witnessed, through countless patients, that consistency creates miracles. You must follow these principles. Always take the pure, ascorbic acid form. Take it immediately after a meal. Divide your dose into 3 or more administrations per day. Swallow the tablet or powder directly. If your condition warrants it, consider taking it in parallel with ALA. These principles may seem like small efforts, but they will make an enormous difference to your health. I have seen countless lives changed by the correct intake of vitamin C. 80-year-olds whose chronic indigestion has resolved, allowing them to enjoy their meals again, people who have been freed from the anxiety of their cholesterol numbers, and those who, with joy, report that their once foggy memories have become clear again. Think of the suffering that comes from incorrect management, stomach discomfort, persistent fatigue, and a memory that gradually fades, leading to a life of anxiety. On the other hand, the joy that comes from correct management is beyond words. You can eat the foods you love, remember your precious memories with your family, and enjoy a daily life full of vitality. The simplest and most reliable way to improve the quality of your life is through the correct intake of vitamin C. I want to leave you with one simple, practical step you can start today. Immediately after your lunch, take one 500 milligram tablet of pure vitamin C. This small habit will be the first step on your journey to better health. This one small tablet will be the precious beginning of a process that will metabolize your cholesterol, activate your brain function, and protect your gastrointestinal health. What form of vitamin C will you take today? And what has been the most difficult aspect of taking it for you? I encourage you to share your experiences.